Okay, students. Now look at some important questions. Like define enthalpy of adsorption. Well, we can answer it in this manner. Like see, we have seen that enthalpy of adsorption is between 20 to 40 kilojoule per mole. If you can notice the units of this adsorption, that itself will give us the meaning of definition of enthalpy of adsorption. See here, what is this? It is the amount of energy released when 1 mole of adsorbate, 1 mole of adsorbate adsorbs. Clear, students? Here, this energy released corresponds to quantity of adsorbate. So, enthalpy of adsorption is the amount of heat energy released due to the adsorption of 1 mole of adsorbate. Clear? On adsorbent, if you mention, fine, otherwise it's not required. Therefore, the definition of enthalpy of adsorption is, it is the amount of energy released when 1 mole of adsorbate adsorbs or undergoes adsorption. Clear? Okay. And its unit is, either we can write it as kilojoule per mole of adsorption, or we can write it as simply joule instead of kilo. We can write it as even joule per mole. Okay. Now let's go for second one. Why physisorption is reversible but not chemisorption? See students, here in one word we can answer it: because of weak van der Waals forces. These forces are very much weak, therefore we can break them very easily, and that is why physisorption is reversible. Whereas in the case of chemisorption, chemical bonds are formed, chemical bonds are formed which are very much stronger than this van der Waals forces. That's why chemisorption is irreversible. Okay. Let's go for the third one. Why multilayer chemisorption is not formed? See students, here. Suppose this is the adsorbent. See students, we are talking about why multilayer chemisorption is not formed. See students, suppose these are the adsorbate particles which are adsorbing on adsorbent. Say monolayer is formed. Once monolayer is formed, once the surface area of the adsorbent taken is covered fully by the adsorbate particles, but the next particles, they are capable of sitting on the first layer particles only, but not on the adsorbent. Clear students? Because already strong bond is formed between the first layer particles and this adsorbent. Hence chemisorption has occurred already. That means surface area is covered fully. For the second layer particles, the next availability area is only surface of the first layer particles. That is why the second layer and subsequent layer particles cannot sit on the adsorbent. Hence, multi-layer chemisorption is not possible. Okay, in one word, in one sentence, how can we answer? Means the second and subsequent layer particles cannot adsorb on adsorbent. They undergo adsorption on adsorbate particles only. Clear students? That's why multi-layer chemisorption is not formed. Next, why physisorption is specific? See students, the question is wrong here. Why physisorption is non-specific? It should have been non-specific, but chemisorption is not. That means it should be, chemisorption should be specific. Why physisorption is non-specific but chemisorption is specific? The question is this. See students, here, for forming weak bond, there is no activation analysis required. Any gas particles or any adsorbate particles can sit or can undergo adsorption on solid very easily. There is no requirement of any energy of activation. That means energy of activation is minimum or nil. That is why physical adsorption is non-specific. Whereas in chemical adsorption, high energy of activation is required, and hence only those particles undergo chemisorption which can make their energy equal to the threshold energy. That means they can reach the threshold energy level, and that is possible. That is why chemisorption is specific in nature. Chemisorption is specific because of high energy of activation, whereas physical adsorption is non-specific due to least or no energy of activation. Okay. Then what is the role of, next question is, what is the role of surface area with respect to adsorption? Okay, students, here what we notice is okay. Next question is role of surface area with respect to adsorption. See students, here suppose charcoal is taken in two forms, in solid form and in powder form. Okay. Now here, which one will have more surface area? See here, we have taken some quantity of charcoal. Say, suppose 1 gram we have taken. 1 gram in solid state and 1 gram in powdered form. Then, thus what we notice is, surface area of 1 gram of powdered form of charcoal is several thousand times more than the surface area of 1 gram of non-powdered charcoal, that is solid charcoal. Then due to this, what we notice? Here, as surface area is more, that means this surface area is more, then particles can sit very easily. Large number of particles can undergo adsorption. That means surface area is directly proportional to quantity or amount of adsorption. Clear, students? Surface area is directly proportional to quantity of adsorption at a given temperature. Clear?